it doesn't matter to me whether we're a pure internet play. What matters to me is do we provide the best customer service. Internet. Long term, I believe that it's very easy to predict that there are going to be lots of successful companies born of the internet. They're going to have very large market caps and so on. I also believe that today, where we sit, it's very hard to predict who those companies are going to be. So, you can make bets on these things, and I think that Amazon.com, but there are no guarantees. It's very, very hard to predict. If you go back and look at the companies created by the PC revolution, in 1980, you probably wouldn't have predicted the 5 winners, the 5 biggest winners. There have been.
This closing bell might as well have been an alarm, so savage was the selling. In percentage terms, it had less impact than the crash of '87, but it still left.
Bad day.
Bad day for you?
Another one, yeah.
I know.
Too many in a row.
The Dow Jones down 616 points, a drop of 5.5%. The fragile technology stocks even harder hit. The Nasdaq index in freefall down nearly 10%. It lost a quarter of its value in just 1 week.
It was very difficult to put the brakes on, and by 1 o'clock, everyone threw in the towel.
I called up the prospectuses, and I read the prospectuses, and I looked at these pools. I could see the credit standards within these pools deteriorating, just quarter to quarter.
How could you tell that?
There was essentially crappier mortgages being put into these pools, and it didn't seem investors seemed to care, and it didn't seem the ratings agencies seemed to care.
Apple's up more than 6% right now, Google about 3%, but Dell, Intel, Research Motion, and Microsoft are all to the upside. Look how most of the techs this morning, if not all of them, have just exploded to the upside. We are better than 5% to the upside at NASDAQ, 114.
There is a little bit of a consternation down here about there being no bell. Our market reporters are standing by. Bob Pisani, have you ever seen anything like no bell?
Yeah, that's a little strange here.
We're down 1.7% here, a loss of 37 points or so. Apple shares are just getting hammered this morning.
We're red everywhere, essentially, down by 4-5%.
We're down over 16%. Dow at the same time has fallen about 18%.
The stock market is now down 21%.
Because we're now down 43%.
I have never live looked at the Dow Jones Industrial Board and seen a 600-point loss.
Who knows where this is going to end up? I mean, this is volatility we haven't seen, of course, since way before you and I were born, even before our grandparents, 1929.
So almost everything there completely wiped out. And the NASDAQ, everything and more has been completely wiped out.
It was the worst day on Wall Street since the crash of 1987.
The bell is going to ring in 5 seconds, and to be honest with you, we wish it wouldn't.
Traders here working the phone say a lot of their customers are freaked out, waiting to see how low the Dow will go. They're focused on the Dow, not so focused on OPEC. Yes, OPEC did cut production by 1.5 million barrels per day.
Really, you're seeing just broad-based declines across all of the major technology sectors. Apple's under pressure, Yahoo down 8.5%, Cisco 6.5%, Research in Motion 10%.
And we're not getting the bid wanted. We're not getting the stop trading, and we see where the buyers are. We're just, every day, they're pounding it.
The heightened financial turmoil that we have experienced of late may well lengthen the period of weak economic performance and further increase the risk to growth.
We haven't seen anything like this probably since the Great Depression, I think it's fair to say.
We've had an 8-day losing streak in the Dow that in percentage terms puts it on par, close to the loss suffered in that crash in 1987, close to that percentage loss those 2 days in 1929.
What started in America last year has now spread to every part of the world.
We're down 9% today. The Xetra DAX over in Frankfurt is down by 9%. The Paris market down by 9%. Austria, which was briefly suspended earlier on in the day, is down by nearly 11%.
This could be the most serious recession in decades. And that means life, as most Americans know it, is about to